Good morning, just on way to do our morning session, Friday morning session from the studio online, which is all about arms today. Then we have our in-person sessions as well, Marlborough, devices. So, talking today about my exercise has been rubbish. And actually, instead of talking about a question I've had, this is actually a question from me. And I'm just going to explain what I do because you would think that I'd have it perfect all the time. Morning, Pat. How are we doing? But I actually don't. Far from, actually. And this week, I would say my exercise has been probably one of the worst weeks. Morning, Joss. And I just wanted to explain what I do when I have one of these weeks, because I bank on me doing quite sporadic exercise throughout the day. I set my environment to do that. Whereas whether I have a pull-up bar, a band, or something out, and I do multiple sets a day, and I get it done. Then every kind of twice a week, I do more of a 30-40 minute session. However, those 30-40 minute sessions haven't happened, and the little sporadic exercise slipped a bit this week. So, I'm just going to explain what I do when I get into that stage, because I could beat myself up and think, it's rubbish, all that type of stuff that we just do automatically, and I have done it a bit. But I'm not beating myself up for beating myself up. This is important thing, because when you beat yourself up, it just means that you're aware of something and that you want it to change, which is actually a good thing. So you could say that beating yourself up a little bit is actually a good thing, because otherwise if you didn't beat yourself up at all, it wouldn't be important, it probably wouldn't even matter. So it depends how you define beating yourself up, because it's actually putting my attention on it. So what I've decided to do is actually block it out in my diary now, as opposed to just banking on the fact I will get it done in the day sporadically. Because it reached a point this week where it just kept slipping a little bit. So I've blocked out time in my diary, and this is a technique called implementation intention. And research shows that if you put it in your diary, like, I will exercise then at this time, for this time, unsurprisingly, you're more likely to do it. In fact, in one study, it was about a 60% difference in how often you do it. If you put it in your diary, I will do it at this time, which is huge difference in terms of their success rate, in terms of their results. Morning, Helen. So if you are struggling with that, if you are like slipping a bit with your exercise, feel like can't get that motivation back, just put it in your diary, no matter how small, if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever that is, I will exercise at this time, doing this. Morning. Doing this. Morning, Judy. At this time. And so it's in your diary, it blocks out that time like it's a meeting. And I know in our accountability challenge, one of the ladies does it with her lunchtime. She's gone from never taking a lunch break, which then had consequences in terms of snacking in the afternoon, feeling tired in the afternoon, being less productive, to blocking that out, because before it was the fact that everyone needs me at lunchtime, it's a good time to catch up with people because everyone's busy. And that's definitely true. However, she's doing it now because she's put it in her diary, and people will find time around that to support it. And actually, if she's more productive but from that, she's got more energy from that, that's a good thing. So, if you are struggling with exercise, put it in your diary today, when. And in our Kickstart meetings, when people start on the programme, in the one-to-ones, we make sure that for some people, that's the best thing possible, like having a set time. But if you can't do that, it's not to kind of say that you're going to fail, because actually you can be flexible with your times, because it just depends when you can get it in. So you can look at it on a day-by-day basis. Like, you could get up in the day and say, I will exercise at this time today. It doesn't have to be this week. I will exercise on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this time. I mean, in an ideal world, that would probably work, but for a lot of people, ideal doesn't match with expectations, lifestyle, stresses, and that's the thing that you have to get right if you're going to make changes, because otherwise you're just going to be waiting until you can get ideal, which will probably never happen, because something always comes up. It's great, social events back on, restaurants opening up, but then for some people this is actually a bit of an obstacle, and that's why we're actually putting a guide together to help you with this in terms of eating out guide, to kind of show you how to actually enjoy yourself without it being like, I can't hit my health and fitness goals anymore, I'll wait until these social events are over. So I hope that helps. off to morning sessions now, so better brisk my walk a little bit faster. Have a lovely Friday, lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care.